Hello, this is the Monotone Sensors here with another video. Today's video is going to be talking about the Buzz Lightyear kind of fiasco, I guess. If you don't know about it, it's basically this new film called, I think it's called Lightyear or something like that, and it features a gay kiss between two females, and people are kind of losing their shit over this. And I don't understand what the big deal was. I watched it. It's not so bad. I think people are really mad because it's kind of this woke kind of thing. They're just putting it in there just for to check a box, basically. We've seen this in just more than movies. We've seen it in video games as well. With The Last of Us 2, I think it was, where one of the characters was trans, and people are thinking this is more like forced, or if it feels like forced. Let's get our feelings out here. That's a very dangerous thing to feel something. Um, it seems like it was pretty pointless to have in there. A lot of people point out it just didn't add anything, or it didn't do anything. It didn't further the plot. It was seemingly put in there just to have it in there. There's nothing else given its substance to include it. Um, to me, it's that's fine if they want to include it. It's I want them to actually care about this stuff. If they want to include these kind of things into media in general, movies, games, whatever they choose, please take the time to develop it and actually make it meaningful. But they're not going to do that. If they actually cared, they would take the time and make it where it actually does something within the plot, or it's meaningful in some kind of way. They can do this. They can. It reminds me of the whole gay Superman thing. Yeah, it feels forced, and it just comes out of nowhere usually. I remember when Iceman came out gay, and people were really fucking losing their shit because that word felt really forced because he was more of a ladies' man throughout the comics, as far as I could tell, and all of a sudden he just turned out gay. He's like, what? So this has the kind of same kind of thing where why is it in here if it does absolutely nothing? Why is it in there if it doesn't have to do with the plot or the character, or it's actually somewhat meaningful? I keep on bringing up that word, but yeah, there needs to be something else here to include in to make it actually worth something. Just not something you put in there to hopefully get, I guess, a group behind you. And trying to satisfy a large percentage of a group that does. They do watch them, but like the marketing is weird with that. It's mainly, marketing strategies. It has a lot to do with that. A lot of people are white, straight people. I'm not saying like don't ever put this stuff in here, right? That's a thing that they should include here and there. But I think it's like increasingly just put in there. It reminds me of the whole Battlefield fiasco when they put black people in there and female. When like why? Like at the end of the day, it's really no big deal, to be perfectly honest. And a lot of people overblow this kind of thing, and I think this is overblown as well. Like at the end of the day, it's just a fucking film, or your kid's going to be mentally scarred by two women kissing or two men get kissing or two like a man and a woman kissing? Like what the fuck is the difference? Now it was like overly sexualized, then I can understand why it might be a thing like not to include into a Disney film. I think that'd be a reasonable expectation, but if it's just like a normal kiss, like what's the fucking big deal? How's that any more sexual than two straight people kissing? Like, I don't see the fucking difference there. And it's not like they're like going at it, with each other or anything like that. It's just a simple, pretty much a simple kiss. So like, I think a lot of people are blowing this. This is majorly the right side of it to is overblowing it more so than anyone else. I've noticed. Um, like the right leaning kind of people. Um, honestly, I just don't care. Like, if you don't want to have your kids go see it, then don't go fucking see it. Maybe some parents didn't know there was going to be a kissing scene with two, gay people, two females, and they were kind of pissed that, you went to see that, and they saw it, and maybe they're really religious and think it's sinful or whatever. But I think this is going to like corrupt people or something just because you see it. Like, you can see two people kissing, and that's not going to like turn anybody gay or anything. Like, or now I don't agree with it. I think it's should be two. You know, this is just something I believe in is two. I guess straight people. Like, I don't care if you're gay. I'm just into the beliefs that a marriage or relationship should be a man and a woman. That's it. Like, that's all it boils down to. There's nothing else to it. Hopefully, I'm not called a homophobe for that. Uh, that this scene doesn't bother me. Like the whole thing, like in video games, in the movies, into whatever media you want to put it in, fine. Just please take the time to do something with it. If I was in these communities, I'd be fucking pissed because they're not doing anything with it. This is something to include it for like a check mark to make sure they have someone who is gay in there or a black person in there or whatever they need to feel like they need to put in there to, I guess, appease a certain crowd. It feels really strange. I wish they actually took the time to care about it and implement it in a very meaningful and thoughtful manner. That's all I want. But I highly doubt we're going to ever get that. I just it just feels thrown in there. That's why a lot of people think it's forced because it's just like it's not have to do with anything. And if I was in one of these communities, I would want something more than just throw it in there. And if this if I was in the community, I want everyone else to support and go see the movie, but it doesn't seem like that's happening, and the movie is doing very badly because it's probably not very good. To be, I don't know how good it is or not, but I don't think it's just because of the scene. I'm sure it has to do with some of the scene because it was banned in like 13 countries, I think. Because over there it's banned and you can get executed for those kind of things. So they're using that as an example to, I guess, further like, yeah, well, it's banned in 13 countries, so it's not good. It's like this kissing scene is terrible. Like, what those countries don't tolerate this kind of thing. So, end of the day, as I said, it's no fucking big deal. I just wish they would do more with it. Thank you for listening. Rate, comment, subscribe.